आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं SST का चैप्टर 1 एवोल्यूशन ऑफ थीम 1 है एवोल्यूशन ऑफ मैनकाइंड एवोल्यूशन ऑफ मैन। ठीक है, तो पहले इसका एनिमेशन देखते हैं।
Life begins on Earth. The age of the Earth is now calculated to be about 4,500 million years. In the early period of its existence, the Earth was restless. Deep-seated forces inside the Earth and wind, rain and ice were constantly changing the Earth's surface, forming mountains and oceans. An example of this process is the peak of Mount Everest, where under the thick ice can be found fossils of animals that once lived in the bed of an ancient sea. If we imagine that the 4,500 million years of the Earth's history is represented by a road of 100 kilometers, we would not come across any life, even vegetation, until 50 kilometers. We would have to continue journey up to the 88th kilometer before even the simplest invertebrates like worms and jellyfish would begin to appear in the sea. At the 93rd kilometer, certain organisms would leave the sea to live on land. The mammals appeared on the scene after the 98th kilometer is reached. The entire period of man's physical evolution would not take more than 20 meters of our journey. The Ice Age. The term Ice Age refers to a period when almost the whole of Earth was covered with deep sheets of ice. When this age began, continents and oceans had taken their present shapes. From about 600,000 years ago until about 10,000 years ago, the northern parts of Asia, Europe, and North America had alternate phases of extremely cold and warm climates. The early man had to travel from one place to another in order to get a suitable climate. The Ice Age is a period of long-term reduction in the temperature of Earth's surface. Early man made great progress during this period. The big climatic changes during the Ice Age had a great impact on man and animals of the time. They migrated north and south with the different phases of heat and cold. The animals which depended on particular plants for food had to move away or adapt themselves to a new diet. Sometimes barriers on land and on the seas stopped migration of animals, and many new species that were unable to adapt themselves to the changed climate and new diet died out. Others went through processes of evolution and developed into new species better equipped to survive in the new climate. Among those species that lived through the great climatic changes were advanced primates, particularly man. Man belongs to the group of mammals known as primates. Man stands erect. The tree apes, common ancestors of gorilla, chimpanzee, and man, lived around 10 million years ago. Some of the apes came down from the trees and gradually learned to stand and then to walk with the help of their hind legs. This was the most important event in man's evolution. The erect position helped men to look farther in all directions and to save themselves from their enemies, mostly the bigger animals. They were thus on the road to developing a new way of life. Life on Earth resulted in biological changes. The apes' daily exercise of climbing trees had already developed the bones of their wrists and accustomed their hands to grasping things. In a standing position, the forelimbs were free to handle objects and to hold stout sticks as weapons. With the passage of time, the hand developed flexible fingers. This new development made the ape man a craftsman. He could now grasp things and bring them closer to his eyes. Side by side, the position of the internal organs of the body also changed to suit the erect posture. The brain developed and helped him to use his intelligence in fashioning tools and gradually in rising above the other animals. Man learns to make tools and work with his fellows. Biological development alone does not explain the essence of the development of man. The work that he performs in cooperation with his fellow men and with the help of tools which he makes distinguishes man in the animal world. The first tools he used were pieces of stone and other things that he found lying around. Gradually, he made many new tools. Thus, he then changed natural objects into implements and took the first big step towards improving the living conditions provided by nature. Man's power of speech. Every generation of human beings inherits the knowledge of the previous ones. Every generation adds new knowledge and passes it on to the next generation. It is through the continuous accumulation and transmission of knowledge that man makes progress. The ability to speak, the unique feature of man, makes this process of transmission possible.
तो ये चैप्टर को तो हमने देख लिया. अभी हम उसका क्वेश्चन आंसर देखते हैं. Think and answer. Tick the correct answer. The term Ice Age refers to a period when almost the whole of the earth was covered with option A ice, option B sand, option C lava, option D cold water. Correct. Option A ice. Read the two statements given below. Select the option that shows the correct relationship between A and R. A का मतलब है assertion. The big climatic change during the ice age had a great impact on man and animals. Reason क्या बताता है? The animals were dependent on particular plants for food, so they didn't move away. ठीक है? ओह माय गॉड. हाँ, तो इधर पे करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? ऑप्शन ए आर कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट्स विथ ए. ऑप्शन बी R is the reason for A. Option C, A is true but R is false. Option D, A and R are independent. The correct answer is option C, A is true but R is false. Which of the following is not a primate? Apes, humans, elephant, monkey. Answer is elephant. The three apes are common ancestors of A. Gorilla, chimpanzee and man. B. Man and reptiles. C. Dinosaur and gorilla. D. Lion and tiger. And the correct answer is option A. Match the following. The erect position का इधर पे क्या होगा होगा इधर पे हेल्प एनिमल्स टू लुक फार्दर. ठीक है, ये वाला होगा ऐसे. अरे ये छूट गया, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है मेरे इस पेन को. हाँ ठीक हो गया. ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ नॉलेज वन जनरेशन टू अनदर. First species of early man, Australopithecus. First ape like man, Rampopithecus. ठीक है, अब इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हैं. Early man made great progress during the Ice Age. ठीक है, during the Ice Age. Man belongs to the group of mammals known as primate. First tools man used were pieces of stone. Every generation of human inherits the knowledge of the previous ones. क्या हो रहा है? Write true or false for the following statement. The early man ate mostly nuts, roots, insects, and worms. True. Early man used to wear cotton cloth. False. The brain of early man developed and it helped him to use his intelligence in making tools. True. The big climate changes during the Ice Age had a great impact on the lives of plants and animals. Answer is true. A subspecies of Australopithecus zinzanthropus lived around 5 lakh years ago. True. The Ice Age is a period of long-term reduction of temperature of Earth's surface. True. और अगर आपको ये वाला चाहिए केस स्टडी, तो इसका आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले जाइए. और क्वेश्चन आंसर चाहिए तो कमेंट कर देना. मैं डाल दूंगा वीडियो क्वेश्चन आंसर का चैनल पर. तब तक के लिए. और हाँ, अगर आपको इस चैप्टर का चाहिए पीडीएफ तो मैं चैनल पर डाल दूंगा या फिर डिस्क्रिप्शन से लोड कर सकते हो. तब तक के लिए जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम.